Hey everyone, it's Luca. I'm back with more clears against New Year's Endeavor's Climax battle in My Hero Ultra Impact to end the year. 2025 is almost coming to an end. I'm going to try out some new characters once again, a fast 7-turn clear team, and also a full auto team. If you want to learn more about the mechanics and character choice recommendations, check out my previous Endeavor videos, and feel free to ask in the comments for other suggestions as well. This team uses all newer characters from the past few months. The oldest one is Hellfire's End Dobby, but even he was only released just 3 months ago in September. Strength and int type characters are buff blocked and given power down in this fight, 50% power down. But despite that, both Hagakure and Bakugo will be able to do their job very well. They are here as support. Bakugo will be a great tank thanks to block, and Hagakure will be able to buff Hawks and heal the rest of the team. I will be using Bullseye phase 1 to defeat Shoto, and Piercing Shot phase 3 and 4 to defeat Endeavor. Power to change the future Deku is running Friendly Reinforcements, a good DPS memory that gives him a lot of temporary buffs that helps with Overwhelm. This memory is only available on old fantasy banners though, so if you don't have this memory, I would suggest whatever your best DPS memory is. He does also already give himself a lot of temporary buffs, so it's not necessary to also have his memory do that, but it is a nice bonus. Hellfire's End Dobby is running full power young ones for Team Crit. If you don't have this memory, again, your best DPS memory would be good on him. That would be any memory that has power, skill, impact, or crit. Power to change the future Bakugo is running his signature memory, Inherited Will. The free UA memory, Strong Battle Formation, is also very good on him. The more HP, the better, so that Bakugo can help the team tank and reverse attacks throughout the entire fight. Int Hagakure is running the free UA memory, Strong Battle Formation. Again, the more HP, the better. We need her to survive. She is buff blocked in this fight, so she can die very easily. Ruler of the Edge, Hawks is running the memory, Friends Who Call Out Your Name. One of the best DPS memories in the game when you have a 1A character on the team. Bakugo and Hagakure will make the final phase very safe. Let's go. In phase 1, we will be targeting Shoto to take him out. Bakugo is not here as DPS, especially since his power is debuffed by 50%. So let's use him first in the skill chain, and we're actually going to use his skill on Endeavor since he would miss Shoto anyway. Deku is the same, this one has Piercing Shot and not Bullseye, so let's have him use that skill on Endeavor. And we will be using Dobby third for the crit buff from Full Power Young Ones. Turn 2, same skill order, but we will have Deku target Shoto this time because this skill does have Bullseye, so he will be able to hit Shoto. Dobby third. Time to use all of the plus ultras on Shoto. They got very close. Okay, we will use the same skill order. Actually, yeah, the same skill order. And let's use this skill that has Bullseye. That takes us to phase 2. Let's use the same skill order. Very nice. I did want to be able to use their plus ultras before the phase change, so that Bakugo has his skills back in time for the team swap. The backline is here now, Hagakure and Hawks. It is turn 7. We'll use Hagakure first, then Bakugo and Hawks last since he is our main DPS. Let's use this skill on Hawks. This will boost everyone's power and give this single ally evasion for 1 turn. Let's use Hagakure's shield skill on herself. We need her to stay alive. Time to unleash all of the plus ultras. That takes us to the final phase, phase 4. Turn 10. Phase 4 can sometimes be dangerous, but Bakugo makes this a lot safer. You do still need to finish this phase as fast as possible though, or his block could actually run out from tanking too much. He does still have a healthy amount of block right now. Thankfully, Hawks is able to do a lot of damage and finish this fast, though you might experience different results depending on how built or unbuilt your Hawks is. But let's use the same skills. Yeah, let's do that. Let's use the shield skill on Hagakure. Let's use all of the plus ultras, though I wonder if I should just use my skills instead. Let's use the skills instead of the plus ultras. And done. Hagakure's health did get a little low by the end, but thankfully Bakugo was able to keep everyone alive. Let's see if this team can clear in 7 turns. Ruler of the Edge Hawks is running full power Young Ones. For Team Crit, Hellfires and Dabi is running the same memory. If you don't have this memory, you can always run a DPS memory instead. That's what I have on Ruler of the Edge Endeavor and Destruction Incarnate Shigi. They are running 100 million manga Smash and Friends Who Call Out Your Name. On Summer Mina, I'm running Splash Hunt, her signature memory, for more HP and also boosting Team Crit. Let's do this. The goal is to clear in 7 turns. I love when the characters speak to each other. No, I feel they should definitely make some changes to all of these animations and let us just skip them. Let's select Endeavor. Our goal is to defeat Shoto in phase 2, so we will be targeting Endeavor this turn. We will use this to decrease his defense. And let's use Hawk's third. Phase 1 done in 1 turn. Let's go into Phase 2. We'll go ahead and select Shoto. By defeating him in Phase 2, we will need Bullseye backline. Hawks has Piercing Shot, and he also gives Endeavor Piercing Shot for 3 turns, so they are both able to do a lot of damage to Shoto. Let's use all of our plus ultras. Phase 2 done in 2 turns. Our backline is now here. Dabi and Shigi. We are going to go ahead and buff Dabi. We'll use Shigi's defense down, and let's use the skill to increase. Actually, let's save that one for later. Let's use the skill first. Because that does increase his critical skill impact for 3 turns. Okay, same skill order. Unfortunately, Shigi does not enhance until turn 6. It takes him 5 turns to enhance, and we have to wait for that turn to end. Or, you know, they might have been able to finish that in 2 turns. Alright, time to use all of our plus ultras. And we can see that they are now enhanced. Shigi has Bullseye. It is turn 7. Now, if your fight takes longer, I would probably use this on Mina to make sure she stays alive since she's very low health. But I'm going to try to finish this turn, so let's buff Shigi. Let's use this, and let's use this one. Done in 7 turns. 7 turn clear. This final team is a full auto team, again using some of the same characters, but in a different order. So first we do need to select auto so that they will auto. We do also need to select Shoto in this phase, but we don't need to tap anything else afterwards. We won't be tapping any skill chains, so they won't be getting their plus ultras very easily. We're just gonna let them fight on their own. No skill chains, as you can see. If your present mic is more built than mine, I feel he would do great third on the team. Being able to cancel Endeavor's buffs later on does make him a lot easier to handle, since he does his super hard. But unfortunately, my present mic does die a lot more easily if I try to have him stay the entire fight on a full auto team. But if your Endeavor is lower dupes, he might also run into the trouble of possibly dying. In that case, a memory with max HP could be helpful. I'm running Lively Festival for team cooldown support on both Summer Mina and Power to Change the Future Bakugo. If you don't have Lively Festival, Splash or Meticulous Ingredient Selection are also good cooldown memories for the team. I just like having cooldown memories on them. Oh, there we go, Shoto defeated. I just like having cooldown memories on them because they don't get their plus ultras very easily when we're not doing skill chains. Alright, on to phase 2, it is turn 7. On Roaring Echo Present Mic, I'm running the free UA memory for teachers, a thread in the way. Ruler of the Edge Endeavor is running the free memory 100 million manga smash. You can also run a memory with HP if your Endeavor is squishier. On Ruler of the Edge Hawks, I'm running friends who call out your name. We want to choose memories that don't depend on skill chains for a full auto team. Now we are in phase 3, it is... Gotta wait for all the animations, it is turn 9. Turn 9. Power to Change the Future Bakugo just makes a lot of Climax battles safer, even though he can't get enhanced because the Climax bosses just don't use enough plus ultras on him. He is still super useful because he can tank almost everything. He's given 50% power down, but he can still do damage through revenge. This auto team isn't very fast, but it's safe. Now, your mileage may vary depending on how built or unbuilt your characters are. And I would say that I do prefer using a fast team instead, that can clear in 7 to 10 turns. I'm still gonna have to decide what I'll be using as my farming team, but hey, full auto is pretty nice because I can just ramble right now and not have to pay attention to the fight at all. So they're already on phase 4. Nice. Bakugo is just tanking everything. Turn 14. Turn 14. The 2-turn last dance from Endeavor is also very useful, so he does have more survivability than Present Mic because of that. Let's see how long it takes this full auto team in the end. Done with Bakugo as the one ending the fight. Okay, it took this full auto team 16 turns. They clear in 4 minutes. I'm going to have to decide what I'll be using as my farming team. I do really like that we have a lot more options now compared to Endeavor's first release. The year is almost ending. Thank you so much for checking out my channel this year. If you made it this far in the video, comment with what character you hope Ultra Impact will release next year. See you in the next video. Luca out.